Okay, so now we continue with part B, configuring the two Gig Ethernet interfaces using addressing values calculated. So takwenda pa configurations of our IPv4 and IPv6 addresses on our interfaces. I had already entered the interface configuration mode for the first one here, Gig Ethernet 00. I had already added the first address for the Giga Ethernet 00 interface 192.168.1126/27. And I was talking about the description. Very important to have a description. That is what documenting the interfaces is. Description. This is the first floor line. Link. So I can say link. Our interface is a link to first floor line. That's how you document, right? Let's have the IPv6 as well. Teaching moment of zero or what is our IPv6? Right, IPv6 address. Let me see. I think it's easier. We copy this one. Let's have this one on top. Right. So for 00, let's copy our IPv6 address as it is. What's happening? Copy and paste is locked. Why did you lock it when? So that's my copy and paste. Okay. Pasted the wrong thing here. Let me see. Yeah, towards the normal channel protocols. That's security. Okay, let's just write this one. 2001 DB8 DB8 card A double 1/64. That's our IPv6 address, right? Done. IPv6 addresses, every interface, every device, it has two addresses. Can I took my IPv6? One is GUA, one is a local link address. GUA is the global address. Global what? I'm not so sure about the U. Yeah, but it's called the GUA. The other one is the LLA. So yeah, that's up interface, this one, the GUA address. And the link local, we say IPv6 address, IPv6 address is FE81. At this level, I change the link local address everywhere. Irabish, right? Link local address. After this, there is a command. It will be to link local. These zeros. Prefix. That one it doesn't have a prefix. A prefix 6 address. Link local in this question. FE80. Says repeat. Okay, double. Then that's it. Double. Then we have link local. Okay, this one. Good. Sorted. So that's our link local address. So you can see because some addresses in the same interface. There's a IPv4, but there's a description, but there's a IPv6 GUA, but there's a IPv6 link local address. Then after you are done with all that, you activate your link, no shutdown. We do the same. I'm now using the up arrow to simplify my work. I'm G01 interface. I'm in. I go to my IPv4 address. Right, my IPv4 address is now 28. So I can say /28. What /28 is 224 plus 16, I think. 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16. That's 240. /28 is 240. So I can start changing this one and have 240. What's my address? For the G01 interface is 158. I can change this. I can have 158. That's my IP address. Done. What's my description? Link to second. First way longer, wrong spelling. So can I have second here? Second floor line. That's my description. That's my IPv6 GUA. My link logo is the same as the last one. My IPv6, let me see. Right, so my IPv6, let's go back here. For the G01 interface is ACAD B, the other one was ACAD A. So I come here, I have B. This is me being very quick. It's the same you need to be when you are being assessed. You need to be very fast. When you practice, make sure utsvaga ma-shortcut, utsvaga ways dzekuti assessment yako ifambe faster. Because in a live network, mukuru network iri down, you won't have time yekuda kutsvaga nekunyora host name yese. Of course, obviously, host name you're not configuring, you're not troubleshooting anything. But if there is a problem, you need to be very quick with the way you do things. And practicing nekuzowa host name nema-shortcut is a starting point, a very good one for that matter. Right. So our configurations for my interfaces edu done. All our interfaces are up. Chipedza show IP interfaces brief. Just to show to my interfaces our configure correct addresses. There we have them. Gig 0001, 126, 158. Done. Let's continue. What else do we have? Right. Configure the second floor switch. Right. I'm going to second floor switch. Let's do this. Let me remove this one. There's our second floor switch. Going to use the same PC. I remove this. I'll go back to terminal. Okay. There is my switch, second floor switch. Configure second floor switch for remote management over telnet. Right, remote management over telnet. If you are going to manage your switch remotely, it means it will need a switch visual interface. It will need a default gateway. That's how you manage your switch over telnet. That's all you need. You need an IP address for the switch, which is going to be configured on the virtual interface. You also need a default gateway so that you'll be able to connect to your switch remotely. So let's start with the IP address. In these early stages of our CCNA address, VLAN ratinoshandisa is interface is VLAN 1, default VLAN. Right, as we go, you see VLAN ratinodepa, especially not VLAN 1. Because it's default. Ring is like one demo. Interface VLAN 1. What's our IP address? Let's go back here. Our IP address for the switch. Right, for the switch 2 is 192.168.1.157.258. So it's 157, second from last, if I remember very well. 192.168.1.157.28 is 240. 255. 255, 240. That's my IP address. Based upon this IP address and notice a description. So my description, I can say this is the switch visual interface. That's good enough. After that, I can activate my link. No shut. That link is okay. Then I go ndopa switch rangu the default gateway. Because as a default gateway, then you will not be able to remotely access that switch. Our default gateway 192.168. What is our default gateway? Is /28. So it means default gateway in network energy 01 for the second floor line. That's our default gateway 168.1.158.158. That's our default gateway. Clear. Done. So for switch visual interface, connections for remote management of a telnet done. Step number 4, configure and verify host addressing. I've just noticed percentage ya number vira yakwira. ichiri pa 0% is because PKF file ratinoshandisira nderemufejerwa, but believe me, we are doing the correct things. Use the IPv4 addressing from step 1 and IPv6 values. Okay, it will configure host addressing. Use the router interface link local as default gateways. Okay, how do we do that? Takwenda kuma-host edu, starting with this one, PC1. PC1 iri floor number 1. I think my address mapa. Let me see if I can do this. Yes. No, I can't. I should be able to do this. No, I can't as well. I should be able to do this. Right, no number addresses are. Okay, so PC1, type 166 is 100, not 166. Forgive my bad writing. 192.168 dot 1.100. Then my mask is 27, which is 224. Then my default gateway 27, so it's 192.168. With practice, make it a habit. Kuzoti pese pandaisa IP address per device, ndokufana is a default gateway. You don't do that, you won't be able to connect kuma devices ako. So this is 1 dot slash 27 is 126. This is my default gateway for the 00 interface. Right, then my IPv6 address. Let's go get that one. What's my IPv6 address? Voila. Host 1. So it's 2001 DB8 at AFF, right? Yeah, my prefix length is right here, 64. What is my default gateway? My default gateway when I'm using IPv6 is the link local address FE80 colon 1 full colon 1. Never forget that one. Pamcheta assessment hearing, wakawanda vanonzosiyira this default gateway, even this one. Mamarks anenge ari kuendeya. So ukabva pa100 ukapodza iyi watopa 99, ukapodza iyi watopa 98. Kese kanamba kawapodza, kese kahost name ukaisa small letter instead of capital letter, ma1 anenge ari kubva. Before you know it, kufunza kuti wagona une 60 something percent. And to pass, you need 70 plus. So that becomes very tricky. So PC1 done, host 2. Host 2, right, let me use host 1. Let me copy this address. Then I use it for PC2. Right, so I was saying PC2 is 101. Here is 224. The default gateway is 126. All right, and our IPv6, let me copy this one as well. I think I'm going to change over the link. All right, so for host 2, instead of FF, we're 15 here. And our prefix length 64. This one doesn't change. FE80 1. Right, done for PC. Our server will be IP address area. Okay, server in as well. Our server, let's start with its IPv6. Right, ACAT. So we have B15 here, B here, we have 64 here, 92.168.1 dot. Right, server IP address IP 151/28. So it's 151. Invalid, yes, it's invalid. Thank you. Let me go and copy. Like I've only for copy pasting, you know. So let's have our server. It's much faster, I think. This one 151. So this one is 240/28. And my default gateway is 150. It should be 158, I think. For the G018 of us, right, it's 158. Then here we have F81. Everything okay? Everything sorted. Let's copy this one. Right, let's use that one with PC3. We have access, yes. PC3, 151. I can have 152, but let me see. And then that's a 150, 150, 240, 158. Then I have my PV6, DB8. Okay, right, for S3. What's the IPv6? But for S3, upon IPv6, right? No IPv6 for S3, so there is no need for us to have this one. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. I think we are done. This address is already used in the network. 150, I should have be 150. Where did we use 150? Anyone with an idea? Okay, let's use 152. Why not? Say Rambashit already used. Was it used to winner? Let me see. 192. Okay. 68.1.150. It's not already used this one. Yeah, thank you very much. 240. I think you're gonna get error and get a small yeah. Copy 58. All right. We don't have IPv6. Right. What's addressing here? The apera? Complete the configuration of the TFTP server using it for addressing values of. I think we are done. We've configured everything. Generators are 28%. I think almost everything we've done is correct. Let's verify. Lastly, let's verify everything we've done. I go to the second floor switch. Yeah. Number tarot label ragadzirwa copy paste label. You can see first floor switch kuno first floor switch futhi kuno. Efanele second floor somewhere baba. Udabirwa label. Right. Let's check our switch. Yeah, let's check our switch, the configurations that I saw, just to be sure we did everything we were asked to do. Right. Sure, run. Our switch up at Ango one is a remote access your telnet, and if we talk remote access your telnet, we need these two things. Those are the things we need. Pin our interface VLAN medu, we have our IP address, we have our default gateway. So step 3 done. Step 4 done. Host addressing the database regulator. Let's go to our router. What was being asked of us per router? Let's check everything. All right, let's check our router. This one. Okay, reload it. Right, this is our router. But now it's a banner. I can see a banner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the next thing we're going to do. I think password will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is correct. Let's run a banner. Let's have our banner. MOTD, beware of the dogs. Beware of the dogs. Right. That's banter. Beware of the dogs. Sit. Voila. Right. Banner she. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Banner is a way of notifying whoever would like access to your device. Good. Access is prohibited. Access is for users who should have access. authorized users only. So those are for on your banner up there. Not beware of the dogs, but no unauthorized users. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Right. So let's go for a show run. What have we done? So in this session, we've configured host name, Ion, this is say. Right, enable secret, this is say, locking the privilege exec mode, username, netadmin, when we are configuring our SSH, this is say. IP domain name, this is right, Stepinum interface 00, description edu, first floor LAN, and IP address, this is these two IPv6, this is the same neighbor gig Ethernet 01. Then we have Parapa, you can see access list. CCNA gets very interesting as we go Gumberi. Everything Chipa Shora and Mjapura and configure. It's just that at this stage, we're doing the simple things. Mja configure my access list, security policies, right? Banner do beware of the dogs. Our password my console this is our password my virtual lines, then activation in SSH. We also have my line address a password, the line oxy. All right, let's just do it. Why not? Line ox is 0. So this is a password. 4.2. Login is the same. Right, my devices actions was one of the rarely use that auxiliary line. Line row. But anyway, we've configured everything. Done. So this is the skills assessment the first one, the practice. Use this to practice. Be very quick with the way you do things. First thing you need to do is subnet. Wapedza kusubnet, unofila addresses ako pa subnet pa table like this one, so that you don't get confused. You need to document everything. Kana uri design a network, documentation is very important. Haikona kungoisa zvinhu mumusoro and you start writing numbers down. Make it a habit at this early stage. You document everything. Make it a habit to have something like this. At this point, most of the commands, the tango, CCNA 1, 2, I think I know them from the top of the head because of practice. But Mimi, you need them. You need your own manual. You need something like this. Why not have it? I'll share this one. This is mine. I'll share it, Pamela CCNA 3, and we're preparing for the final certification exams. But for now, I'll keep it. That said, thank you very much for giving me your time. I think this is good. Stop sharing. Stop.